Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel.
What up?
We have a beautiful day on tap. We are just admiring the way these clouds are looking on the screen. I love it. Not too bright, not too cloudy. A nice little mix there in between. And we're going to take you on a drive along tour. Again, today we're hitting Montecito. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, get in your most comfortable spot, or do your chores around the house and let us play in the background. We love being a part of your routine. And if you're just coming across this channel, what we're doing is driving you through Montecito, the community, and taking you into 3 new listings that have hit the market, where we'll tour the houses and tour the communities. And we just got off the 101 freeway right here into the beginning of Montecito on the Hot Springs Road exit. How you doing, Avi?
It's a beautiful day for it, Joe. Stoked to be here. 68 degrees. We are in the beginning of November. What is today? November 5th? Well, the rest of the nation's starting to get chilly, starting to get maybe snow upcoming weeks in certain places. We are chilling out at 68 degrees, partly cloudy. Great day for a hike, great day to be outside, great day to look at some amazing houses, and we got some epic ones on tap here on the tour sheet.
Yeah, you're going to want to stick around. We got some really nice homes to take you through today. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, giving a like to this if you're already feeling the vibe, because it's going to be fun. We've got a lot of great people that are watching regularly, that are commenting regularly. We love the engagement on the channel. All the likes, subscriptions, and comments are helping us grow and find new people to share this community with, entertain, educate, bring value. That's what we're here for. We make these videos so we give you someone to get to know in this community. And if it gets to a point to where you want to talk more about your goals, we love hearing from you. We're talking to many of you on a regular basis about your future plans, sometimes starting early, sometimes, hey, we are ready to go right now, and all of that is great. And sometimes it's just gratitude for putting these videos out and giving you guys a little taste of this town. A lot of you have moved away from Santa Barbara, and you're using this as a way to stay in touch with SB. That's pretty cool to read those comments.
It's awesome. I mean, there's people that are lifetime locals that no longer live here. There's people like in Australia that just like the architecture. Yeah. We have a little bit of everything. I also want to give a shout out. Every week we're going to start to shout out the people that gave us a 5-star review on Google. You can do that whether or not we helped you get a home, or if you just love the channel. We really appreciate the 5-star reviews. That helps us reach more amazing people and helps us grow our community with awesome people like you guys. So big shout out to Joel, big shout out to Ross, big shout out to Steve, and big shout out to Denise, who all gave us a review after last week's video. New videos are dropping every Saturday, guys, so really appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribes. It's really fun to hear where everybody's from. Someone was commenting from Helsinki last week. That's like a
You've been there, huh?
Yeah, I've been there. I think that's the capital of Finland. Don't quote me on that. I know it's one of the bigger cities in Finland, but I feel like we have if we were to put pins on the globe of where people are tuning in, we pretty have a big range.
It's growing. Thank you, YouTube, for putting us out there, giving us a platform to reach all of you around the world.
And the first house we're going to go check out is, is this one? Is there 2 on East Valley? Okay, we're at 1381. Here we have 1383. Do you want me to change that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be going to 1381 East Valley Road. Let's put that in there, right? Bang. This house looks pretty epic. It was originally listed at $13.8 million. They've dropped the price now to $12 million and a quarter. Been on the market for 70 days total. We are looking at a 7-bathroom, 5-bedroom with a guest house. And the main house square footage is 4,000. The total square footage, including the guest house, is almost 5,000. Unlike anything else on the market, this custom-built Montecito estate blends high design with effortless glamour. Tucked down a private drive near the upper village, the Gator Retreat offers privacy and styles across a lush acre. So the main house, 3-bed, 4.5 bath, single-level home, boasts beam ceilings, marble baths, steel windows, a seamless indoor-outdoor living. The primary wing features 3 garden patios, dual baths, and dressing rooms. A chic Parisian-inspired guest villa adds 885 square foot with a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, and 14-foot ceilings. So a 3-bed guest house. Whoa. Manicured grounds include a pool, cabana, spa, fire features, fountains, and a sports court, a rare Montecito offering where every day feels like an escape from the outside world.
Dude, if you sit in the spa and you could see the fireplace, it's a spire place.
It's a spire place. That's crazy. A 3-bed guest house. They're like come one, come all. You don't even have to stay in our main house. We got a guest house that can host a bunch of people. Double bath, so that means there's 2 bathtubs maybe. I'm interested to see that. If this video gets 5,000 likes, Joe will sit in the bathtub
all day. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna find a place to park. All right, we had to relocate the entrance. Sometimes the maps on these big properties that go street to street bring you in through the wrong side. So here is the proper side. So you can see it's kind of this private lane that's going to service. It looked like 5 or 6 properties back here that feather off in different directions off this little lane. And this one's going to be back away from the East Valley Road, which is great. Some people see that address and they may get a little intimidated thinking that they're going to be living on a busy street, because East Valley Road does get busy sometimes, and so this clearly is going to have plenty of buffer between you and that road. And it could be this last one here. It looks like it is. So look at this, how it kind of changes and opens up with this gated entry into a private little setting back here under the trees.
Wow.
This has got some high design. I was looking through the pictures, and it could be in an Architectural Digest magazine. Super nice. So excited to show you this first one. We're going to start off with a banger.
Let's check it out.
There's that gate we came through. Nice little extra parking here. I wonder where the garage is. If there's another, this could be it for covered parking. That would be interesting. 12 and a quarter without a garage potentially. Okay, we're gonna go down a few steps here. Several little water features it looks like, including this one at the entry. And some nice tile down to give a lot of architectural interest right away. Look at this. That entrance almost looks cooler as you're leaving, so I wanted to film it before going in. All right, now you got a nice metal roof, marble tile on the floor, and then look at this bookshelf as you enter. As we go here to the left, past all the books, you could grab one and then head into the reading nook with this full wraparound wallpaper detail, super high design there. I love the hanging basket seats, and then if you want to go hang out outside, you got some more basket seats to chill on, plus a fire pit. And the above, this trellis can open up, so you could either close the light or open it up to add more light. Really cool, fun detail there. And then how this sneaky little walk-through area towards the office and kitchen it looks like, but we'll look at that later. Okay. And then look at this living room, full of all kinds of interesting stuff to take in. Wow. The decoration is just over the top in this house. So unique, so cool, so interesting. And this, the black and white detail, and look at how they have this paneling back here. Real interesting. Looks like they hid some entertainment stuff behind the paneling, the wall there. Okay, we're gonna cut through into this room. This is a little family room or something off the kitchen. Hard to describe which is which, family and living, but I would guess this one would be more family because it's off the kitchen. Lots of light, French doors, big windows going out to the garden, and vaulted ceiling. And here's our kitchen. Wow, very unique. Glass countertops. Can't say I've ever seen glass countertops in a kitchen. Look at this prep sink. Viking. The backsplash as a mirror, so interesting. And then we transition to wood, so glass and wood countertops. Little sit-in area, and then this smoky glass conceals an entertainment area where you've got extra refrigeration, more storage for drinks, another sink. Amazing. Okay, here's our dining room. Nice high ceilings in here as well. Lots of light. And here's our powder room. So unique, look at this. And more access to the outside where the pool is. Okay, down here we'll find our primary, back past the bookshelves, these double doors create the privacy for this primary suite. Okay, you've got curtains to curtain off the sleeping quarters. Maybe keep some of that light out because there's so much light flooding in with that big nano wall opening up. Closet space into another incredible bathroom. Look at this, fully enclosed in marble tile. And then a nice private seating area covered under roof out in the garden. Great way to wake up in the morning. Another bathroom on this side. So his and hers, almost closet. You just don't know where the closet ends and the bathroom begins almost. Look at all this. Cute little sink. Big soaking tub. And then there's the water closet. So those are the bedroom and closet, bathroom areas of the primary. Here's the sitting area of the primary with a fireplace, high ceilings, tons of doors for indoor-outdoor flow. Look at this sitting area. Nice fountain. Got our pool down there, gardens. All right, let's go to the other side of the house. Okay, we're gonna go out here. More of the nano doors, sitting area for this bedroom area. Ooh, cool. They've got this upholstered paneling on the walls. And then another amazing bathroom. That looks like it was gonna be a shower, but no, the shower's right over here. It's kind of a closet area. They tile the closets like it's a shower. And look at these doors. I'm gonna slip right through. Whoa, more seating outdoors. I love how congruent all the designs are for these outdoor seating areas. I mean, you could have so many guests over for a fire pit, a fireside chat with your buddies. And then more seating and the sneaky ping pong table. Love it. I could definitely play some ping pong out here. Look at all the big eucalyptus trees in the background. All right, back inside on this wing here. Look at this crazy artwork. Now, see, these panels are like a door system, but also a wall panel system. Never seen that before. Okay, so this is going to conceal this little daybed area, more nano doors, more incredible high design, upholstered wallpaper. Look at this carpet, looks like tile even. And then more of these crazy doors. And now we're going to go back past a glass door that's open for us, 2 baby sinks, a shower, there's our drain, and another baby sink, and the toilet. And if that's not enough, outdoor access. Whoa. What a maze. Hopefully this isn't making you guys dizzy. All right, laundry room. Another cool sink. Dual units, gotta love it. All right. Now I think we've seen all the rooms of the main house. Let's go explore the gardens. Outdoor TV, bar area here. Look at that kind of blue enamel on the cabinetry, really fun. And here we go down a few steps to the pool deck. Really cool, shallow area for the kids. I love the dark pool surface and then the white tiles to continue with that theme of contrast. The whole house has that kind of dark and light contrast going on. Plenty of seating, plenty of lounge chairs. And then if you want to get out of the sun a little bit, you got these cabana areas over here. Super fun. And then looks like a jacuzzi right up here in the grass. The fireplace. Can't see the fire pit from it though. All right, here is another garden fountain hidden over here. And looks like some kind of gardening shed back there. But let's go find this guest house. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. Ooh. Whoa, bunk beds with glass. Fire pit, or fireplace, I should say. Tall ceilings. So elegant. And they got these drapes, these big curtains. Here's a, looks like this is maybe where you would find a little kitchenette or something. I see a fridge in there. Look at this bedroom. Again, double height ceilings, incredible. And what I went past over here was this bunk bed, half bath. And beautiful 10-foot sliding door here to open up this patio area for the 3-bedroom guest house. So this is the third of the bedrooms over here. 1, 2, 3. Again, high ceilings. Look at that wall to ceiling glass door to separate off this shower with the toilet in the shower. What is going on? Wow. People, could be one of the most unique homes I've ever toured. I'm curious about that other building on the other side of the spa. So let's go find our way over there. I see some steps here that, oh wait, I see a sport court. Not done over here yet. I missed this earlier. I was too excited for that guest house, which was very exciting. All right, if you gotta work on your three-pointer, you might be able to get enough range over here. And then let's just go see if I could find a way into this structure on this side of the house, which kind of looks like a storage shed or something. Or maybe it's, I don't think they really want you over there. There's not really much access to it, so we'll call it a storage shed we don't really need to see. Jeez, this is the rest of that primary. I was like, I don't know if I filmed this, but yeah, this is the sitting room for that primary bedroom. And then circling back around here, under the eucalyptus, another sitting area in the garden. And we're back to the front entrance where we have this piece of artwork to signify the end of this first incredible house of this tour, people. What do you think? All right, making our way out of that really memorable, high design, incredible home. Wow, all the little pathways and that, like towards the end there, that one bathroom that weaved, like it kept going, and then like you walk through the shower area to get to the toilet area. It
was like narrow and so much marble and stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
all those custom little sinks.
Yeah, I was curious. I asked what contractor they worked with. They weren't sure, but one of the owners is a designer, and they also worked with a famous designer from Dallas, Texas, apparently, because that house had a lot of design. It felt like a museum or art piece, and part house. Yeah, it was a mix of just incredible like design, like the way they did like those wall panels that were doorways, really unique. Some of the glass doors into different rooms, really unique. Like in that guest house, the height, there was that one glass door that was like 2 stories tall. That Crazy. Was really, it was totally bizarre. And the 3 bedrooms, the way they squeeze, I was wondering about the 3-bedroom guest house, but then the bunk beds, like with the garden bunk beds with the glass just looking out into the garden. You could host so many people there, and in my opinion too, that was one of the most beautiful pools I've ever seen. That pool was stunning. It was. They nailed it. So sweet. Beautiful materials. And we were talking, and I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Would a house that's that unique and that specific to their design maybe have trouble selling? Or, we were talking, there's so many high-end renovations that I feel like they don't have any character, any individuality. So is it going to be a selling point to help them that they're so unique, or is it going to be a problem for them? That's, I guess, what we'll have to wait and see. But I think someone could definitely, even though it's so unique, it could definitely be somebody else's style too. Yeah, I think that you could be right there. Like, it may take a little bit of luck to be hitting the market at the exact right time, that buyer who can afford it and is really moved by the design of that property to all line up at the same time. But if it does, I think you have the chance to really knock it out of the park, because it does offer something that is not going to be duplicated anywhere. You're going to have something so unique, where a lot of these flips we're seeing, a lot of these spec homes do have a lot of similar vibe to them as far as finishes and amenities go.
and that one totally kind of rocked the boat and just kind of danced to a beat of its own drum in a way.
And I bet something that unique too. They're probably each piece of furniture is picked out specifically for the room, so you could probably negotiate to have the furniture kept there. And I mean, if you want to make a statement every time someone walks in your house, that is the house for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, we are going to 1383 Schoolhouse Road, and the history on this one was pretty fascinating. We're diving into the history because it only closed September 10th of this year, so basically back on the market in just over a month. Obviously a little change of plans for them. It closed at $5,995 and is now on at $6,100, so they bumped up the price $100K, and they probably didn't even move in.
Wow.
After a month, right? Who knows?
Yeah,
But
I mean, that is bizarre. And I'll tell you, one of the things that we've been seeing in this market is that the market is not rewarding properties that sell twice in a short period of time. And a short period of time could be like even in the last 2 years, yet alone in just the last couple months.
Yeah. This one says, for those who dream of escaping the noise tucked behind gates on a private Montecito lane lies a reimagined single-level retreat that blends timeless Spanish architecture with effortless California living. Conveniently located near Montecito Union School and Montecito's Upper and Lower Village, this home has been thoughtfully remodeled with refined detail and features 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a den across an airy open layout with vaulted ceilings, wide plank oak floors, and nano doors that open to outdoor living. I don't know what a nano door is, but we'll find out.
Nano door, that's like where the whole door opens up, either
that's a slider.
bifolds or slides into the wall.
Cool. The kitchen with honed marble counters, custom cabinetry, and walk-in butler's pantry connects seamlessly to the living and dining areas. Set on over an acre of mature gardens, flagstone patios, and a bocce court, this property offers privacy, light, and relaxed sophistication. So this one is basically half the price of the other property. Total square feet right under 3,000, built in 1965, and it's only been on the market a week. So was sold a month or a little bit over a month ago, on the market a week. Will be interesting, and maybe I'll see if we can get the scoop from the listing agent on what happened. Change of plans certainly, and it'll be interesting to see if they can get their price.
Yeah, they may have felt that they got a really good deal on it. Although I did see that when it did sell last, they had it on for like 100 days at just under 600 at 599, and it didn't sell. And then they brought it back on at 5,750,000 or something around there, and then it finally did sell. So interesting to see that it found its buyer, but then the buyer said, actually, maybe not. Oh, we got ourselves a SIG alert.
Parking's tough in this one.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should just park out here.
Park on that street right here.
Maybe and walk in.
Yeah.
Is that the call? Let's see.
Seems like there's nowhere for people to turn around, so.
Yeah, it looks like that guy's kind of blocking me. I'm going to go up here just because there's not much room to do anything else. Oh, yeah, it's back here a little ways, too.
2 homes share the gate.
Okay, yeah, so this is another one of those private drive situations that feather off into a bunch of different properties. And so you got that gate for the home on the left here. We're going to drive past and make our way to 1383 Schoolhouse, which the vibe completely changed all of a sudden. You know, it's definitely feeling a little bit different here. And hopefully we got a little bit of room to maneuver, which looks like we do. So I am going to bring it right up into here, looks like. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Is that going to work?
Hopefully we don't get jammed, but property number 2.
Let's go check it out.
Check it out.
The driveway, we came up underneath this oak tree and access to a garage there and some extra parking. Look at this thing. Pretty massive. And then the brick paver, a little kick out area of parking as well. While we're over here, let's check out this lower front yard area that sits below the home. They've got a patch of grass and then some nice drought-tolerant landscaping surrounding that. You can see the home perched above this area with some more oak trees. A little vista. It looks like I could see the neighbor's bocce ball court over there. Okay, and I think the front door on this one is going to be around. So this is probably actually more like a backyard that we're looking at there, because you've got the side door, but we're not going to go in through that. And only a one-car garage it looks like, but you do have quite a bit of parking. Beautiful fountain out here. Got your Spanish style roof. I see an air compressor or a condenser there for air conditioning. Nice little box hedge meandering its way to the front door here. And then just continue with the perimeter here until we go inside, since I see another little section of grass. This is turf though. And some more oak trees over here. And some steps leading down to where you could take a California Gold path to that backyard that I showed you right at the beginning. All right, charming kind of old world double doors here.
And you know, these knobs, you can get the red ones.
Here's our
Or the black or
kind of a great room entry. Get that vault on the ceiling. There's those nano doors in the description he was asking about. Got the wide plank flooring we're used to seeing, and the kitchen over there, but first I'll start with this side of the house. Here's our office. And it sounds like this was a downsize. They did some tune-up on it and realized they wanted to downsize even a little smaller. So that's why they're selling. It smells really clean, really fresh. Lots of storage. Classic, timeless design on everything, it looks like. Can't find any fault with that. Glass enclosed shower, marble, nice wood doors. And this hallway lit up with all kinds of glass. So you get tons of natural light. Beautiful smooth texture on the walls. Looks like electric blinds here to bring some privacy and keep the light out of this room. And then at the end of the hall, we've got another bedroom. This could be our primary. Little sitting area. Look at that fireplace, walk-in closet, doors looking out to that yard I showed you at the beginning with the grass patch. There's a nice walk-in closet there. And then our bathroom. Water closet there. Dual sinks, big shower, glass enclosed, rain head, steam. Look at that nice soaking tub. Okay, and back down this sunlit hallway. Over towards the dining room, past the nano doors. Beautiful kitchen. Look at that. I like the choice in backsplash because it kind of that old world vibe with lots of modern amenities. Okay, off the kitchen is this pantry, working pantry, a couple ovens as well.
So that's how it runs out.
3 steps down to the laundry room.
Very good. Thank you.
And then this looks like it could be a little guest unit. This is adjacent to the garage. Or a little den. They got a TV in here. Looks like some storage. What's behind this? Closet. Okay, that's nice. Here's a bathroom for that room. Quaint little but efficient. Gives you everything you need. Another bedroom. With the exterior entrance as well. Some built-ins there. And a closet. All real nice and consistent there. And a big island. And then this patio, sun-drenched patio, that bocce I saw earlier is actually part of this property, and there's a bridge that leads over to it, so we'll go check that out. This is what that lower area looks like from up here, and then looks like they've got some tune-up on the roof. And I've got to find my way over to that bocce area. Which I was so close earlier thinking it was part of another property. But it was actually a part of this property. This is interesting. I just walked past a little mushroom farm down here on the California Gold. Nice landscaping. This bridge takes us over a little creek, it looks like. Just a neighborhood waterway, probably not a main named creek. See some surface drains. It'll be good for the runoff. And your own bridge. Yeah, definitely not a creek, but definitely some kind of neighborhood waterway. And then it brings you into this little zone. We got a fire pit over here, bocce ball court. Looks like a kid's playground. So, great extension of living space here. Although my guess is maybe that is the neighbor's property and they just have like a real good relationship. The playground, I'm saying. But other than that, everything seems pretty straightforward. All right, I think that's it. We've seen it. Although I wanted to show you the vision from the bridge. Look how green that is. All right. All right, that's it, everyone. I'm going off to the next. Okay, here it is, leaving. That was pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. Very nice. They have kind of the open concept vibe, right? With that living room kind of going into the dining room and the kitchen and dining room being open to each other. I like the amount of bedrooms. That was nice. The yard space being disconnected. A little weird how it was down below there, but still really great to have, and I could see how you would utilize that, especially as a family, getting your kids down there. And that bocce ball court, I couldn't tell if that playground was on this property or the neighbor's property. I don't know. Did you go over to the bocce ball court?
I saw that. Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
So that was kind of interesting.
I thought that one, like how we talked about the very classic style of remodel. Uh-huh. That one had that, Spanish roof, white oak floors, that kind of light marble in the master bathroom. That
palette of just kind of like the beiges, earth tones, that kind of almost like ceramic pottery kind of look.
Totally.
Which is very popular and feels like it might stand the test of time. Like there's certain remodel styles that, you definitely know, you could pinpoint, oh, that was popular back in whatever, like 2010 or something, or 2000 or the 90s or whatever. I'm wondering if this style that we're into now is going to be kind of more timeless than some of the others.
Yeah, and I wonder, like at first I was like, was that flipped? Because it felt like it wasn't lived in, and maybe they just retouched it really well when they left, but it was bought for $2.4 back in 2020, so they probably did all the work at that point, but then they didn't sell it again until this last time in 2025, and then when they came on the market, they were at $6,350. So they reduced then to $6 million, then they reduced to 5.8, and eventually sold for $5,750. So pretty significant decrease from what they thought they were going to sell it for at $6,350. And now it'll be interesting to see if someone will step back up to pay $6.1 for it.
Yeah, and they did do some tune-up, I guess, so they had to do a little remediation, a little tune-up on the roof, so they've definitely put some more money into making it more sellable, which it might have had some things on the inspection that caused maybe some pause, and now that those are cleared up, it should be a real turnkey package for someone to move right into, I would think. But again, still, the what we're seeing is a quick turnaround sell like that. The market doesn't reward it very well.
Totally. We'll definitely keep our eye on that one. If I was to guess, I might think that they might have to sell it for a little less than they paid for it.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Although there is just kind of a lack of that price point, nice single level turnkey properties that are within striking distance to like the parks here we're going by, the Upper Village right up here that we're going to go past. So you got some walkability, and especially if you're a family and you've got little ones, being able to walk to school and everything really easily, and having access to the campus like on the weekend when you want to go play on the playground or kick a soccer ball, really nice.
Totally. And I feel like what we've seen is throughout all the price points, Montecito in the high end, that is the most resilient, and that one doesn't play by the rules as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will pay what they think it's worth. They don't care if it doesn't reflect that in the average market, but Montecito is kind of like an insulated bubble, especially with how hot it is, with how good the schools are. People will pay whatever price they feel is fair.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Okay, next up, we're going to go to 610 Olive Mill Road. We have two more to see if we want to.
I think it's just Olive Road. Not
Olive Road. You're right. This one is at 11.5, so same price echelon as the first one that we saw.
Okay.
Been on the market just a week. Behind private gates, this exquisite Montecito estate evokes the quiet sophistication of San Ysidro Ranch. Shout out to the ranch. We love that spot.
Yes.
Reimagined with bespoke detail and timeless elegance, this property offers effortless indoor-outdoor living across 0.82 acres of manicured gardens. The main residence features 3 bedrooms and 3 baths with sunlit interiors, vaulted ceilings, and French doors that open to serene terraces. A chef's kitchen of quartz and alabaster opens into the inviting living and dining areas with the option to close the space for added privacy when desired. The guest house features 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, highlighted by elegant herringbone floors. I don't know what that is.
Ooh, that's that pattern, it's kind of V-shaped.
The triangle?
Yeah.
Cool. Marble finishes and spacious living area designed for comfort and style. I always think about, Joe knows, obviously he's been in the real estate business a little longer than me, but he knows every term, every style, every design. I remember the first time we were out touring properties, you were like, wow, that place is turnkey. And I was like, what does turnkey mean? It's like, you just turn the key, you're good to live in it, it's ready to go, it's completely dialed. And I feel like I learned a new phrase or a new real estate specific term from you every day.
Yeah, one thing I was blanking on when I kept seeing them, and the first house had a couple of them, or that one actually had one into the guest unit next to the garage, which we missed. Sorry about missing the garage. Is the Dutch door?
Oh, the Dutch door.
With it opens halfway.
Yeah.
So I love
a pie
those.
on the windowsill.
Yeah, right.
Called Dutch. Yeah, that's what I think of, like grandma putting a pie on the windowsill with the door half open, so it cools off.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, this one is 3,600 square feet total. The main house is 2,600. So they have a big 1,000 square foot guest house from 975, built in 1964, 5 bed, 4 bath. It last sold for $7.45 million in 2021. Wonder if they've done some additional updates since then. But price-wise, that seems like pretty consistent with the amount of growth that there's been since 2021. And yeah, we're right by Burnham Wood.
Just past
Sun is coming out.
Just past it on East Valley Road here, where we passed where the entrance to like Oprah's estate is. And next to Oprah's estate, an off-market sale just closed for $45 million plus. So that's kind of interesting. That hit the airwaves a little bit of news, but I don't have much details on it. Seemed to be a little bit quiet and under the radar, that sale. And we've got this house perched right here, and we're not allowed to pull in, so we're going to find a parking spot right up here on Olive Road and walk in, which looks like there's a few people touring it as we speak, so I might just go ahead and parallel into this bad boy. Look at Olive Road facing East Valley. So right as you tuck into this road off East Valley, you're greeted by this very nice brick paver driveway and a gated entry with sandstone walls to bring in the privacy and some water features to add some masking of the vehicles going by. Look at that cool flagstone with the grass. Love it. Remember the finish, board batten, huh?
Board batten.
Okay. Making our way down here, through the gardens. Seriously.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. Right. Maybe that wasn't the proper way to enter, but it's the way we came, so we're going with it. Wow, look at that. Water feature down there. More water features up here. All right. Here we go. So this is kind of like a back entrance. This one, you know, you come in the other side, but there's an entrance for cars off East Valley and off Olive that we came in. And so for sake of the broker tour, they're having us coming in through Olive and walk around. And that kitchen there that I just walked through has this extension that features laundry, more prep sink, more counter space, and a ton of more cabinetry. So it blocks itself off with a pocket door. And lots of storage. And then here's a really classic, elegant living room. Big fireplace with a pass-through into the kitchen here. More bookshelves. Recessed speakers and lighting and security. You got plenty of camera systems. And then the dining room, so formal, so nice. I love the round table. Everyone could talk and have eye contact. Really great way to have a dinner party, I think. And it looks out to this beautiful water feature. We'll go out and explore. Very zen. It's got like an infinity edge.
Is that you? I think you're guilty.
That's okay.
You out front?
Here's our primary. Window seat, always nice. Wake up, contemplate the day, what you want to do, what you're going to wear. And look at this stunning, elegant light fixture. And then our primary bathroom. Dual sinks, soaking tub, marble, big wash and clothes shower, dual zone for double washing, water closet, duvet, and then a pocket door revealing this walk-in closet with built-ins and elegant lighting.
But he says, you want to do like
Okay, here's that front area. It looks like an epie wood deck, that hardwood, Brazilian wood. Wonderful sitting area. This water feature, fully masking the noise of the road out there. Got some turf down here. The hardscape and landscape of this property is really top notch. Look at these terraces. And that beautiful tree. It's like some type of pepper tree maybe or something. Wow, this is a great space. All right, back into the elegance. Nice bathroom. connected via the bedroom or the hallway. Look at the detail of the ceiling. And then these French doors get you right back out to that area I was just at. Tree is worth one more look for sure. Okay, here's another guest suite, looks like. Shower area, closet. Big room with French doors to the outside. More of that ceiling detail popped in with a nice light fixture on center. And here's this back area where we first entered the home. More of that flagstone and slate looking style stone work on the walls, the retaining walls, to create all these meandering paths. And here's a really incredible, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Lotus flowers, oak trees. Look at our swimming pool here, folks. Infinity edge. Massive oak trees. Beautiful turf. Wow. This is pretty stunning. I like how they have this fire pit or fireplace with a barbecue island, peninsula, and then this pool has a jacuzzi, and it's the half circle pool. So when you're sitting in it, you're getting great views of all the trees. It looks like there's one more little kind of kids dollhouse back here, it looks like. What is this, Avi? Oh yeah, a little office. I thought it was going to be for the kids. A little kid's house, but it's your detached office. I hear the pool equipment concealed here. What? This is full of surprises. All these little terraced garden areas. This one, I guess if you're a loud football game watcher, maybe you get exiled back here to go watch the game outside in the tree. Never seen that before.
How is it? It must be waterproof.
Yeah, must be, huh? That's interesting. Committed to the TV. Wow, this one meanders out here like that one first house meandered on the inside. Just all these little nooks and crannies to explore. Special, unique places. If you think about that front area with the fountain, and then the area we entered the home, kind of the mid-front area, and this whole section we just left and now we're entering, lots of different spaces, maybe 5 or 6 different unique outdoor spaces. Okay, here's our guest unit. Ooh. Nice built-ins. Beautiful French doors bringing in that pool area. Here's that herringbone pattern on the floor that was talked about on the drive over here. See that there, that detail. Got the pool table, little wet bar zone. I love all the glass crystal knobs on the doors.
And I think so. I'm going
fresh. This seems so clean in here. It's got the crown molding. This is a really cute bathroom. The paneling, wainscoting on the ceiling, really cool sink, and a glass enclosed shower with this really fun light fixture there. And this is the area where the other entrance off East Valley Road is. So you got this landing pad here you could drive into. Love the circular pattern of the brick. And then the garage area. So plenty of parking on this side. You got a little bit of parking on the front side where we came in. And then a detached garage. The biggest garage we've seen yet today. Love the old bus, microbus there with the, okay. I don't see how to get in there, but I had to show you this. What a sweet rig. All right. Looks like this is going to do it on this one. What do you think, everyone? The landscaping alone seems to be worth a few million. And love these. A little serene look at this beautiful garden work they've done. All right, we are back. Had some technical difficulties, but what'd you think of that one?
That house was stunning. Amazing renovation done by Allen Construction. Those guys always knock it out of the park. We were talking about how much we love the grounds and those gardens in the pool area in the back.
Yeah, the landscaping was, I mean, as many, like I was saying, how many there were little nooks and crannies of that first house where it just kept meandering. The outdoor spaces of this one just kept meandering with all kinds of different little seating areas. I love the way that they did that front by where the infinity edge fountain was. They had that kind of rusted metal edge around an infinity edged fountain, which was a great call to help mask some of the street noise you get from East Valley Road there. And the different terraces with all the landscaping, truly amazing. And then where it really opened up was in that back area by the pool, one of the coolest pools I've seen. I love that half circle pool with the jacuzzi and the waterfalls coming in. We see some great pools on this tour.
Today has been like the ultimate pool tour. I feel like pool 1 and pool 3 from both those houses were some of the best I've seen in a while, to have them both in the same day. You said there was someone asking for more pool videos. This is your video if you love the pool houses. Yeah,
there's definitely pool houses in Montecito, even though some days we hadn't seen them. But today we saw 2 really unique, beautiful ones. And that guest house, the way that it opened up into that garden area, be really hard to get rid of your guests, I think, if you're giving them that space to stay. But lots of really unique outdoor spaces, including the TV and the tree. I mean, how often do you see that?
So baller.
Yeah.
And what I love is all 3 of the houses were a completely different style. It's always fun to hear what you guys think is your favorite, and someone who loves house number 1 might be battling it out with someone who loves house number 3 in the comments, and it's really fun. You know, there's a style and there's a taste for everybody, and everyone has their own unique 2 cents, and we love hearing about it in the comments.
Yeah, so definitely engage with us there. If you haven't already and you've gotten this far, stick around, because I'm going to drive us by the beach at the exit here. But what I wanted to ask is check and see if you've subscribed. If you've watched this channel many times but you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, it's still red. Do that for us. It helps us out. We love it when you like the video and also comment. And we make these videos, again, for you to have someone to engage with. If you want to talk about your own personal needs, feel free to use the cell phone I put on the screen here. Shoot me a text, give us a call. We love hearing from you and helping you and getting you guys on the right track to make your dreams come true here in the 805, the Santa Barbara South Coast. A beautiful place to be, and we like bringing it to you in a unique way that you won't find anywhere else. And if it's something that you're feeling like this is going to be in your future, then we invite you to reach out to us and let us know how we can help. Give us your ideas of what that future looks like, and we'll help make it a reality.
Totally. And we're releasing our second episode of the podcast next week. We had someone in the comments on our podcast, which is on Spotify, the Santa Barbara Group podcast, say that they really enjoyed being able to have something to listen to when they drive along. In the podcast, it's a little bit more community focused. We're going to be talking about restaurants, recommendations, thing that's going on hyper local in Santa Barbara, as well as real estate. A little bit more, there's just a little bit other talking points that we don't get to talk about on these drive-alongs, and that's nice too. You can throw this in when you're at the gym, on a drive. No video needed on that one. There is going to be a video uploaded to my channel, but the podcast is available on Spotify and all the podcast networks that you like.
Yeah, and one final thing before we let you go is the newsletter. I'll have a link in the description here where you could sign up for our newsletter. That's a great way to stay in touch with what's going on in Santa Barbara and us and our take on the market. We give our market reports in that. We give updates on the community in that. So it's a really great tool, easy to get those in your inbox and at your own free time. Take a look at what we have to say and what's going on. And it's a wonderful way to keep your finger on the pulse of Santa Barbara and another way to stay in touch with us. So thanks for watching, everyone. We really appreciate your support and continued engagement with the channel.
Peace.
Peace, everyone.